Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yo. Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test. 1, 2. Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome along to SPEC-D PROSPEC Shootout qualifying here on the Friday ahead of a action-packed Saturday. Many spots to play for, but only few will be filled, and we need to find the order of that. Hello to everybody in the house. How you doing? Can I get a wave? Hi. How's it going? Hi. Thank you for braving the heat, skipping work, and coming to be part of us today. Everybody online, I don't have the chat room in front of me, but hey, shout out to Valley Tech Productions for putting on this live stream for us. We hope you enjoy it from wherever you're viewing in the world. And yeah. So welcome, to Mission Raceway Park for the SPEC-D PROSPEC Shootout for one round only this year. Of course, the COVID-19 ongoing situation has caused a little bit of pivot, a little bit of maneuver in our schedule, and well, this is what we have for you. We have a 2-day action-packed event. All right. Just doing a little audio custody duties. But we are almost all ready to go. So let's rattle off, what are we watching? What is going on here? As you can see, we have a beautiful racetrack in front of us here at Mission Raceway Park. I'd like to thank them for inviting us back after we tore the place down last year. And you know what? They came back and they wanted more. And we are excited to share it with the fans in the building. Of course, not today, but tomorrow as well. Seats opening up as I believe seat tickets are still available at the gate. And you can start piling in here at 11 a.m. for the top 16 double elimination bracket tomorrow. But of course, we need to get through qualifying. So, what does that mean, Jeremy? Each individual driver will have 2 non-consecutive runs to try to impress our panel of judges. They will be judged on, well, Ian Fournier is hopping on as style judge this year. John Burnstead is going to be your line. Oh, that's an old note, but we'll just go with it. And Sean is going to be your angle judge. Oh, hey, he is. Okay, 1 out of 3 is correct. So, that is what they are judging on. I'm getting the business already. If you tuned in last year, you know this is a very usual theme, but we'll make it happen. It's all in love. First gentleman on the line, representing CPI, Canadian Performance Injection, Devotion Tires, Estino Tires, 2J Auto. This is last year's and defending champion, Chris Pollard. Now, he went out a bit earlier in practice with I believe a clutch release bearing issue, but it looks like that car is out rolling around on its own power, and looks like they have seemed to have the issue mended. Chris Pollard, of course, has faced a very uphill battle to get here, but let's see how he gets it done. First run here, kicking off the wheels of our 2021 season. Chris Pollard going for broke right out of the gate, filling that outside zone just a step too far over the rumble strip, but fills that touch and go very nicely. Now cleans it up past that inside clip, and now searching for that last outside zone. Chris Pollard putting all of that E46 right in the place it needs to be. Put your hands together for your defending champion, Chris Pollard. And just like that, from jack stands to putting on a score. Of course, they were Wednesday night. They had the engine out, I think, the 3rd time in that car. All right. Judges are tabulating the scores here for Mr. Chris Pollard. Sorry, just interrupted there. Just doing a little housekeeping and getting all of the stream accessories working all correctly. Of course, the Valley Tech crew taking good care of us here. Make sure we are informed and we can watch the stream and kind of hang out and interact, if you will. So yeah, to finish my point, Chris Pollard in tandem with Joel over there at CPI. Oh, look at that. We have another driver coming out on the course. This is from Team Triple S, Aaron Day. Aaron Day, your runner-up champion last year. Now, judges don't want to see you over that second white line and on that rumble strip. And Aaron Day giving you a really picture-perfect preview of the course here. Now checking it up for that second outside zone. Oh, wow, look at that. Aaron Day, huge smoke cloud. Zestino tires swanging off the back of that Triple S S14 2JZ under the hood. An amazing run there for Aaron Day, looking to challenge early. Gonna have to pee over Carrie's shoulder here and get you total scores. Oh, sorry, I don't want to rush. As well, a lot of maths are happening, a lot of calculating, a lot of things happening behind the stream scenes here. As we see the nice, lovely drone shot there, you can see all our competitors waiting in line. We're going backwards up the MPR drag strip here into our little oval, I don't know what you'd call this, kind of peanut shape drift track. Basically 2 outer zones and a transition. Sounds simple, but is anything but. It requires good technical knowledge, and you got to be on the place here. The judges have a good view of this course, so they'll be able to pick apart each run. And you want to be perfect, as it's all to play for this weekend. As next driver from the 881 crew, this is Mark Dunbar coming in that V8 powered S14. We'll get caught up on that. Oh, Mark Dunbar goes searching for that touch and go zone. Looks like he has to back out of it though, get a little bit dirty in the dirt drop there. And that is going to interrupt the movement there of that S14. But Mark Dunbar coming out on the second side of this thing with not a bad run here as he goes towards the start-finish line. That's just the finish line. Pardon me, getting my sports mixed up. But hey, good run there for Mark Dunbar. Put your hands together for him, folks. All right, we have a little bit of scores for you here. So Chris Pollard receives a score of 79 on his first run. Chris Pollard, a score of 79. And in first place unofficially right now, it is going to be Aaron Day with a score of 87. Score of 87 for car number 24, Aaron Day. Currently tabulating up these scores for Mark Dunbar here, car 555. And it looks like it's going to be a 74. 74 for 881 crew, Mark Dunbar. And that will unofficially put him third place right now. So qualifying looking a little bit like the season did last year with Pollard, Day, and Dunbar at the top, mixing things up. Of course, we're doing from championship finish order down, I believe, today. As we, we've been a little rusty as we're all very excited to get back to it. So thank you for your patience as we get settled in here on our Friday qualifying day here at Mission Raceway Park. Looks like it's time for another driver on the line, though. This is from Team Devotion Tire. It's Ryan Drutz in that red S14. New look for the car this year. Filling that outside zone perfectly is Ryan Drutz. He goes hunting for that second touch and zone. Just a quick touch and zone this year, and a really good navigation through the course right now for Ryan Drutz as he comes across that inside clipping point. Huge flick left to right on the angle there. Filling that last outside zone. Look at that Zestino tire smoke line starting to develop behind the vehicle. Beautiful job there for Ryan Drutz in the Devotion Tire 240SX. Make some noise for him. Show him some love, Mission Raceway. All right. I am now very close to the microphone. As I broadcast my sweet audible chocolate across the airs, in part with thank you, the LBDJ, spinning the beats in the house, and the Valley Tech production crew bringing to you the stream live. Like that sweet drone flying, well, that comes courtesy of the InformalArt drones. Definitely very lucky to have them both at Stratotech and here in beautiful Mission Raceway Park. As we take a nice view of our course from the top down here, you can see as it's kind of like a figure 8 that has like a loop entry into it. It's a very intense layout, sees a lot of wheel speed. It's a lot of fun. And of course we start things off with a chicane start here, the JB's Power Center start line. And looks like we have Jason Delahaye on the line next. And car number 22 is, oh, look at that. We have a new unofficial second place qualifier. That's going to be an 81 for Ryan Drutz. 81 for car 21, Ryan Drutz. You can hear Matt and the Devotion Tire team getting stoked about that over there in the pits. So good job, Ryan Drutz. Bit to smile about. But hey, he still has a second run to better it. Maybe take that top place score away from Aaron Day so far. A lot of heavy hitters on the list, leaving a little bit off the table, though, if I got to say so. I know all these drivers would like to go a little bit harder here this second run, and they probably will do so. So you're watching the SPEC-D PROSPEC Shootout presented by JB's Power Center, Zestino Tires Canada, Devotion Tire, doing all of our changeovers on site. Stream brought to you by Valley Tuck Productions. The drone footage coming from the InformalArt drones. Event presented by, the live stream brought to you by Certified Autosound and Security. The event presented by Zestino Tires Canada, JB's Power Center, 403 Street Driven, Devotion Tire, and Pulse RV. It is fantastic to be back, if I'm honest, drift fans. Haven't had a chance to call any drift action since the last round in September, I believe, for us last year. But enough about that. In the DY Concrete Pumps R32, here comes Jason Delahaye, really taking that thing up a notch. You can hear that super torque start supercharger under the hood of that vehicle, absolutely lacing away on course here. Jason Delahaye trying to drop into a groove here. Looks like he gets checked up a little bit past that inside clip. Now goes hunting for that outside zone, and oh man, second half of the run. I don't think this is what Jason Delahaye had envisioned, as he's going to have a little bit of pressure under his seat to come clean and correct for that second run. I'd like to shout out Papa Delahaye, who was racing here just last week at beautiful Mission Raceway Park for their Door Slammers event. Door Wars, that is. And that looked like a lot of fun. But of course, different spin on it, as, well, we're, for one, we're going backwards up the drag strip. That's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. Into the first outside clipping zone here. With the live drone provided by InformalArt. And the live stream itself brought to you by the Valley Tech Production Group. All right, we do have his score for Jason Delahaye. It's going to be a 66 for car 22. A 66 for Jason Delahaye. That is not the score he wanted, but unfortunately that is going to be the score he gets for his first run. But he does have his second run to try and better that. We'll see how he gets underway here as we make our way through our list of drivers. And they're all doing pretty good. Got about 4 hours of practice. The high temperatures of the track definitely taking their toll on some of the vehicles earlier on in the day. But it looks like a lot of the people have them sorted out. Next on the line here in that mean blue BQ powered machine, this is Jesse Legault. You can hear that exhaust note get quiet to loud and back to loud again as he is using all of that naturally aspirated VQ horsepower. Move that 240SX around the course here, and he is navigating it with pretty good precision. You gotta say here for Jesse Legault, as he comes across the line. Definitely pumped with that performance for Jesse Legault in the Titan Fabrications 240SX. New look on it this year, going for the blue and checker. As our judges tabulate the scores here. As we go to the Lucas Oil Products Instant Replay, you can see Jesse Legault here burning through the course. Zestino Tires keeping that thing hooked up. Just a little bit off that outside rear there. So it's going to be a 63 for Jesse Legault, a 63 for car number 403, Jesse Legault. So not a bad first run. No, we were keeping a close eye on him in practice, and he's lighting this course up. You know, it's definitely a track that favors maybe the bigger horsepower setups, but it's nice to see Jesse Legault in the lower horsepower setup make good work of it. As the next driver coming in to the course here on that Rev Performance. Now, well, it's still 180 but now coming to you on the left hand, it's Jesse Foote. Beautiful look for this car here, and a beautiful look on track as he fills that first touch and go here pretty well for Jesse Foote. Now trying to put that foot down as he comes across that first inside clip, takes it out for good measure, transfers back on the axis. Very nice there, using all of that FDF lock kit here. Tries to dial in that huge angle across the line, and a nice run there for Jesse Foote in the silver suspension. Revved Performance, 180 SX, left-hand drive. Jesse Foote deciding over the winter that, yeah, you know what, switch it up from the right side of the vehicle to the left. A little bit more acclimated for his driving, and, well, seems like the trade-off is already paying dividends, as that was a pretty good first run there for Jesse Foote. They check it out on the Lucas Oil Products replay. Safety just coming out to check the course. Getting a word that someone is dead in the water in the pit lane. We have no confirmation as to who that is yet. We can get one of the drones to fly over there and check out what's going on. As we do have a score for Jesse Foote, it's going to be a 6. The line, but he is going to pull it off. A great run there for Chris Coots in the Force Hot Shot 831 Zafiro. Make some noise for him, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. So, show of hands for those in the building. Who's skipping work to be here today? Anybody skipping work? Oh, we got one guy down there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right on. I won't tell your boss. Don't worry. Jeremy's skipping work too. All right, as the judge is writing in the scores here. All right, it's going to be a 56 for Chris Coots, a 56 for car number 31. So not a bad job there for Chris Coots. Wife Megan Coots hanging out as spotter today. Pretty important job. The role of a spotter basically watches the track when you can't. Basically letting you know what all the other drivers are doing, their initiation styles, and what parts of the course they got right, maybe what parts they don't have, maybe you're as right. But spotter pretty pivotal in the strategy here, as we've seen over the last few SPEC-D competition rounds. As we're hearing engines rev here, as here comes Cameron Stupar in that new look. 350Z Form Auto LBDG DJ on the quarter panel. As he checks up a little bit for that touch and go, fills it, and gets back into the power there for Cameron Stupar. But just as I say that, it's going to be the first announcer's curse of the year as he rolls to a crawl here. Not too sure what happened there for Cameron Stupar, but he is going to be sitting on a 0 going into his first round of qualifying. Hopefully can turn it around here for his second round, but not a good run there for Mr. Cameron Stupar. Moving on down the list here. It's the first day back at school. Everybody's excited. We're all moving at a pretty quick pace here. Speaking of quick pace, here comes Gaston Morrison. We first seen him in SPEC-D competition last year. And look at that Dark Lotus Drift Team S13 wasting no time to get acclimated to the track here as Gaston Morrison goes hunting for that inside clipping zone, takes it out. And now making his way through the course. Great degree of pace in that vehicle, filling that last outside zone. And now checks up for that final finish line. Put your hands together for Gaston Morrison. Local to the BC area. One of your hometown drivers, if you will. So show some hometown love for your hometown boy. Right along the InformalArt drone here on the Lucas Oil Products Instant Replay. And yeah, you can see Gaston Morrison was definitely all up in the business. Making it look nice, making it look right. And he will receive a qualifying score of 71 for his efforts. A 71 for car number 109 of Gaston Morrison. All right, next driver on the line from the 881 crew. This is Ophir Braun. And the old axle breaker. Hasn't broken any axles yet this weekend, I don't think. Let's hope that wasn't a jinx here. As here he comes, looking really nice this year. Putting some points into the style department, but unfortunately not putting that rear end in that outside zone. As he's trying to get that 2JZ Beamer reacclimated with the course here past that inside clip. Ooh, it's definitely, oh man. He's fading out there before he gets to the line. Unfortunately for Ophir Braun, that's going to have an impact on his score, but he does cross the line. So make some noise. Link ECU 881 crew, Ophir Braun. All right. Judges tabulating up Ophir Braun's score here. You check it out on the replay. I haven't, let me see if I can log into the chat here and catch some of your guys' messages. With the, all right. We now have, hey, I have the chat. I have the chat live on my screen here. Look at that. People saying stuff about the internet. Hello, Sean. Hello, Mr. Munch. Mr. Aged Industries. Very nice, flattering comment, sir. As we now have 2 screens to watch, 3 papers to keep track of, Jeremy to supervise, and of course Carrie to pay attention to. As Ophir Braun receives a score of 24. 24 on his first run for Ophir Braun. And, oh yeah, how could we forget? A big shout out to Richard Dinger, the hot dog slinger. No, he's watching from Edmonton. If not, he's probably watching in spirit. Yeah. He's an omnipotent presence. He's everywhere. Speaking of man who likes some action, here is Pat Fontaine in the Drift Easy E46 M3. Here, coming in loud. Double on the loud there. Huge on the loud pedal for Pat Fontaine. As he checks up past that first inside clip, really leaving that touch and go with a lot of speed as he goes hunting for that last outside zone. Pat Fontaine here really giving it the business, and oh man, a little shutdown just before the line. Very uncharacteristic there for Pat Fontaine. I'd like to get a second look at that one to see what happened. Really nice here on the initiation. Little dab of the handbrake as he pulls in. Should mention that first pair of clipping points there, that is not a first outside clip. That is that's the second outside clip. Sorry, I got my notes mixed up here. As, yeah, Pat Fontaine really in that touch and go for a good deal of time here. As he checks it up, brings it out on the last bit of the course here. And now this is where the issue happens. As he fills out that last zone here, you can see some of the speed leave the vehicle, and he just kind of straightens out towards the line. Of course, the judges will rule a full run, full points if you are drifting across the finish line. So you don't want to straighten up and bobble before it. You want to carry that drift and extend it across the line. So, wow, that's going to be a 25 for Pat Fontaine. A 25 for car number 3, Pat Fontaine. Now, there's definitely a driver that can do better and will do better in his second run. It is that one. So, make sure you stay tuned here on the certified Autosound and Security live stream, bringing you the SPEC-D PROSPEC Shootout. Easy for me to say. As next driver in line was to be Brody Goebel, but does look like he is going to be a scratch for this event. So welcome back into SPEC-D competition, Mr. Cody Heary. Haven't seen this guy in a few years, and man, that Valino tire 180SX looking sharp on course here. A little dab of the e-brake as he comes and leaves that touch and go here really quick. Good pace through the course here for Cody Heary. Oh, just as I say that, slows down, puts the brakes on. And as he comes across that inside clip, now filling that last outside zone for Cody Heary. Really pedaling that JZS chassis across the line. Put your hands together for him online and in the house. So how about you guys, drift fans? You guys having a good time so far? You guys coming back tomorrow? What about Sunday? Yeah, 2 thumbs up. Awesome, awesome. Of course, we got the drifts all weekend here at Mission Raceway Park. Is not only the PROSPEC Shootout tomorrow, the top 16 double elimination bracket, but the Pro Brodown on Sunday. So if you're watching at home and think, hey, I want to drive with those guys, well, now's your chance, as you can come through on the Pro Brodown on Sunday. We'll be running this place open practice style. It's definitely going to get nuts. As Cody Heary receives a score of 57. That's a 57 for car number 30, Cody Heary, a 57. About halfway through our first round of qualifying here. I believe everybody now is either new to the series or did not compete last year. This lady did, though. Zendara Kennedy is up next. The JMK20 says he's going to drift a Honda CR-V. Do it up, brother. As here comes Zendara Kennedy Avelino Tires 350Z. Nice huge swing there for Zendara. Getting flirty with that first outside zone. Filling that touch and go a little late. Not a full zone this year, just a touch and go. Using that pace to crawl along that inside clipping point really well here. Now placing that car in all the right places and checking all the boxes is Zendara Kennedy on track right now. BC, make some noise for one of your own. She's holding it down. Should we start the Alberta versus BC thing? Do you guys want to get into that? Is that a thing we should do? I'm seeing some nods. Okay. I think we could probably make reference of that throughout the weekend. See if the title goes back home to Alberta with us or maybe stays here for the year in BC. Zendara Kennedy spicing things up. She receives a score of 80 for car number 111. Zendara Kennedy with an 80 coming in swinging. Currently unofficial top 3 right now sits Aaron Day, number 1, Ryan Drutz, number 2, and Zendara Kennedy slots herself up into 3rd with that run there. So huge run there for Zendara Kennedy. Make some noise for your girl. Another driver that has been fighting some engine issues and just got it all packaged together on Wednesday. And man, what a nice return to form for her. As last year's round didn't go the way she wanted. But here we go. Mr. Grant Smith on track now. That KA24 turbo under the hood of that S14. Huge entry there. Using all the power of the KA24 as it pops, bangs, and gurgles through the course here. You'll get that on these high-performance motors. Grant Smith a little bit off that second outside zone and now crawling across the line. Of course, the G-Spec suspension S14, a brand new car for him here, so just his first chance to shake it down here in pro competition. No, speaking to him earlier, is really pumped. He wants to give Randy's alignment a shout out for helping him point that thing straight. And, well, the power of the Sith. It's looking like he's going to draw a 0 for his first run. So too many straightens we're hearing from the judges. KT forever, says Coda. Miss you too, buddy. You got it right. You got it right. You know it's good. Yeah, we're going to kick it over to Sean Hardham here, who is our line judge, angle judge. Angle
today. Yes, we've been pretty lenient in the driver's room. We were talking about, you know, a fairly major bobble. We would allow it to pass, but when you get a couple, you know, 2 to 3 major straightens, then we just got to zero it out. So.
All right. Well, that's a pretty straightforward explanation as you get it. And yeah, so basically, a slight bobble can be forgiven, but in the case of Grant Sith on that first run there, just a little too much. And that is going to receive a 0 for his first run. But he does have another run to better it. Now, he drives out here with the BCDA quite a lot. So he does have the track down. It's just a matter of getting this new vehicle acclimated to his driving style. No, he'll get it. Another new car into our series here. This is Jesse Joe Curtis, 199 in that yellow Fursburs, if you will. Odd man out performance field suspension. Look at this thing fly through the course. LS under the hood. Beautiful looking car. First time we've seen the ZN6 chassis in competition in the SPEC-D Pro level. That's a pretty huge milestone for us, as well as Jesse Joe Curtis here as he puts together a first run here in SPEC-D Pro competition. And man, it was a thing of beauty. Put your hands together for Jesse Joe Curtis, coming to you from Saskatchewan. What do you see, BC? Should we adopt him as one of your own? Kind of make his points count towards the BC versus Alberta kind of deal? Definitely got to say it's really nice to see you guys back in the stands, to see your smiling faces. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak some drifting in front of some drifting fans. So on a personal note, just want to thank you guys for all coming today, skipping work, bailing out on commitments, whatever you needed to do, and really hope we get to welcome you back for tomorrow's main competition when all the fun starts. As we do have a score for Jesse Joe Curtis, an 81, and that is going to be tied for second place, I believe, overall. So Jesse Joe Curtis, welcome to SPEC-D competition. 81 for you, good sir. Very nice job. So kind of just listening to what the judges say, and I really like the snappiness of Jesse Joe Curtis's run here. So spotters, if you're in the house taking notes, they liked it snappy. They liked it snappy and they liked it raw. Mr. Sean Hawley, Shawley did drift. I believe we have, how many drivers in total? All right, so 2 drivers left here in these first round of qualifying. This is Sean Miller on course here. LS obviously under the hood of this S chassis. Haven't had a chance to speak with this gentleman too much yet, but man, judging by the action on track, he is keeping it hot and doing a really good job here for Sean Miller. Can we make a Miller time joke there? Is that allowed? Is that off color? Is that good? So, yeah. Good job there. Sean Miller makes some noise for him, guys. He's hyped. He wants you guys to be hyped. All Miller, no filler. How about that? All Miller, no filler. As we wait on the score here for Sean Miller, car 222. Seeing some scores come up. And they look like they're awarding them pretty high. They take a look on the start line. That looks like Mr. Sean Switzer in charge of sending them up there. He's certified Autosound and Security live stream put on by the Valley Tuck production group. Made better by the InformalArt drones. It's a really, really nice treat to have you guys out here at Mission Raceway, bringing this beautiful drift competition across the internets onto the series of tubes. So, Mr. Sean Hawley, we have 20 drivers in competition here, but unfortunately 2 have dropped out. So 18 remain. As we get ready to send, I believe, Cody Mullet next. Cody Mullet coming to us here in that Nissan Skyline. Definitely, oh, a little bit wrong on the entry there. Gets it repointed there. Trying to get it back into drift, but just sawing away there at the wheel for Cody Mullet. And for lack of a better term, that one is going to be a mulligan. That is going to be a 0, I believe, for Cody Mullet, unfortunately. If you watch it on the stream here and in person in the house, you can see that car really having a problem soaking up those jumps. Some of the judges have been saying earlier that that could be leading towards an improperly adjusted coilover, having some suspension issues under the R32 there. As, yeah, we can see him come in on the entry and just picks up those rumble strips, and that's kind of where all the problems begin there for Cody Mullet, and just never really does get it back into sync, unfortunately. So that's going to be a 0 for his first run. As next driver here, this is Justin Barreau in that Drift Easy E36. Ford power under the hood. Little bit of bobble there coming from outside zone 1 as he approaches that first touch and go. Now trying to wheel it back in here. He had a transmission leave him during practice. Looks like he's got it sorted out as he takes a wide swing there for the outside zone of zone number 2. And across the line there for Justin Barreau. It's a little bit of an interruption mid-run, but you know, the later part of that run looking really clean here for Justin Barreau. No, he's got a little bit more in the tank as he revs it up. Make some noise for him on his way by, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be it for our first round of qualifying. Every driver will have now a second chance to better their score on the first run. Of course, they will take the higher of their 2 scores, and that will be used to determine tomorrow's tandem pairings. And man, if you thought this was exciting, wait till we show you the full show tomorrow as we line them up, go some tandem battles. And there's going to be many of them with a double elimination bracket. Basically, if you're knocked out of your first battle, you get a second chance for redemption. Get to maybe battle the rest of the people that weren't so fortunate to move out of their bracket. But hey, we'll keep you in the competition, keep you swinging, as we have one event double the length for our entirety of our 2021 SPEC-D Pro Series, as the Formula Drift Pro Spec licenses will be handed out to the top 3 in attendance by the afternoon tomorrow night. Pollard, full trunk of steam here. Good initiation for Chris Pollard. A lot better job staying in the confines of the course here. And can't see him, that huge cloud of smoke, as Chris Pollard absolutely setting the track alight right now. Trying to find that inside clip. Does so very well. Now checks up for that last outside zone. Really putting the pedal to the metal here. Man, definitely driving like he swapped too many engines in this thing, as Chris Pollard brings it across the line. And much to the delight of his whole crew in one piece, it looks like. So that is the key thing here, as Chris Pollard will receive a score, but definitely have I'm sure Chris would like to pass along a very heartfelt thank you to everybody who chipped in to get this car here. It's been an uphill battle. I mean, Maddie, how many engines are you guys on? That's number 3. That is number 3. So lucky number 3. Third time's the charm. As even Mr. Joel, the LS daddy, getting involved. Doing some mad scientist as late as Wednesday night. Re-dynoing it and sending it out on the road here from Edmonton to Mission, BC, to put on a show for you guys. And hey, what did you think of Mr. Chris Pollard, BC? All right. A 47 for Chris Pollard, so it's not going to better his first run. 47, but hey, that's okay. He's still sitting on, I believe it was an 81. Still pretty good in the show, though, for Chris Pollard there. Of course, we will have the total event standings posted on all the SPEC-D socials. You can follow us at spec-d.ca, our official website. Of course, the SPEC-D Drift Series on Instagram, or you can search up SPEC-D Drift Series on Facebook. Connect with us however you would like here. And hey, if you like what you're watching, like what you're seeing, make sure to join us tomorrow for the top 16 battles, which, well, you know what? You thought one car on track was exciting. Wait till we put 2. And I'm told we have some fan battles afterwards. But hey, back to the action on track. Here comes Triple S S14. Aaron Day really hunting for the business here. Riding that outside line perfectly. Now putting it in that second touch and go. That only touch and go on the track, pardon me. Aaron Day really coming at it with some speed here. This car has noticeably gained some grip, gained some pace on those Zestino tires. As you can hear, you can just see those tires melting off the back of that machine. Make some noise for Triple S Motorsports and Aaron Day. And you got a little bit of extra. So yeah, on the replay there, that second outside zone there, that's, the second white line on that first outside zone, that's exactly where you want to be. You don't want to be over it. You don't want to be on the rumble strip, as that will be treated as a wheel off and a little bit of deduction. But Aaron Day definitely riding that thin line between cool points and disaster, for lack of a better term. And man, that one was exciting. Aaron Day just looking pumped behind the wheel right now. And I mean, if Aaron Day is pumped behind the wheel, it's fair to say his competitors have a lot to worry about, as that is one man who can wheel. Really nice to see the Triple S crew out here. They have Marco on, quad duty. He's ripping around. He's not even in the spotters tower. What is he doing? Where did he go? The ever illustrious and very evasive Marco Tassoni somewhere in the building. We just don't know where. Nobody move. It's okay. He doesn't bite, but he is sneaky. As we tabulate the score for Mr. Aaron Day here. All right, so just getting it across. It's going to be a 94 for Aaron Day and 94 for car number 24. That should make the Triple S team happy. 94. It's tasty. Sean says it's tasty. Aren't you supposed to say it's zesty? Ah. All right, so 94 on the board. Let's see if Mark Dunbar can better that. In the car, 555-881 crew, Napa, Fort McMurray. Bunch of other sponsors helping out with that car. 881 crew running a real tight ship over there. As here we come, Mark Dunbar goes hunting for that first outside zone. He fills it really good now. Getting excited, a little bit of dirt drop as he noses the front end of that S14 around. Filling that touch and go really well here. Now across that first inside clip, knocks it down for good measure. Huge transition here for Mark Dunbar as he goes out to that second outside zone. Feels a little late here, but now comes across the line. Full trunk full of Zestino tire smoke. Huge run there for Mark Dunbar. Mark Dunbar. Dark Munbar. Oh, now you're messing me up, Jeremy. Man. And I was trying my best not to do that one. I always do that one. You do. You kind of have to. It's classically known and loved by me as Dark Munbar. You know what? This has reached the point where we need to stop. Because I'll be pronouncing everybody's names backwards, and then I'm going to have to fight a lot of people after the event, and I'm pretty tired. You won't. Yeah, no, you won't. You can just dip. Stop it. Dr. Utz? Where are you getting this? As we wait on a score here for Mark Dunn. Oh, look at that. Ryan Drutz coming on course here. Devotion Tire 240SX. Huge initiation for Ryan Drutz. He's going to dance it out outside zone, filling it pretty good here. Gets a good chunk of that touch and go as he rips through the course. Zestino Tires smoke line forming really beautiful off that scarlet red. 240SX this year. Devotion Tire livery looking right on point. Huge smoke trail again. Man, Ryan Drutz just smoking out the course. Put your hands together for him. Both online and in the house. To go back, Mark Dunbar receives a score of 74 on his first run. 74? 74? 77. All right. So Mark Dunbar receives a score of 77. 77 for car 555. The Drift Jesus, as he is called in some circles. As we take a look at the Lucas Oil Products instant replay here. Not an angle on track where Ryan Drutz's car doesn't look good. Like, this thing is beautiful. Might have to reward it best looking car for 2 years running. Of course, we had the blue livery on it last year. I thought that looked pretty good. And definitely digging this red. All right, so Ryan Drutz does better his first score of an 87. 87 for car 31. Jeremy wants to call him Dr. Utz. As the Ryan Drutz, car 21, receives an 87. Good run there for Ryan Drutz. As Jason Delahaye now with some ground to make up as he leaves that JB's Power Center start line. In the DY Concrete Pumps Torque Storm R32. Huge flick initiation here for Jason Delahaye. Now cruising through the course. Hear that thing drop another gear, Gary. Really ripping through here. And we are getting smoked out by big fat Delahaye's. Good job here. Jason Delahaye across the line. A huge run there just when you needed it. Make some noise, Mission BC. And type a bunch of nonsense online. You're watching in the house and still loving it. All right. All right. As the judges, well, we've had a very rare incident here in the judge tower. John Bernstead is actually being nice, and that doesn't happen often. So 85 for Jason Delahaye. 85. Good job there, Jason Delahaye. $85 for car number 22 in the DY Concrete Pumps Drift Squad at Torque Storm Superchargers LSR32. As here we go, VQ roaring to life on track. This is Jesse Legault, Titan Fabrications 240SX. Trying to find that outside line is Jesse Legault, and oh man, that ain't it. Track's over here, buddy. Papi, tranquilo. He's coming in hot and heavy, and unfortunately just off the course there. But hey, why not? A little bit more VQ trumpet noises for you guys. You've been a good crowd. You get some straight 6-cylinder Nissan Fury for your efforts. Thank you. And that is going to be a 0 for Jesse Legault on his second run. Luckily sitting on a score there on his first run as the InformalArt drone chases him off course. I think he's trying to get tricky and do a flip under his wing there. Probably pull it off. for internal review only, but the Chad Sager cut of this event is going to be lit. As Jesse Foote comes onto the course here, now filling that outside zone perfectly as he checks up, goes towards that outside touch and go. Jesse Foote absolutely busting foot loose on track right now. That Rev Performance, huge angle out of that FDF kit. Jesse Foote swinging for the fences. Can he keep it going? A little bit bobble towards that outside zone. And across the line, 2JZ screaming away, and he cannot see where he's going in that car. Make some noise for Jesse Foote. Sean's even wearing the face of not bad. And he doesn't even like drift. No, I'm just kidding. When you get a nod from the Iceman, that's pretty big. Hey, Ethan, thanks for checking out the live stream. So Jesse Foote is rewarded a score of 82. 82 for Jesse Foote. Until the end. Until the end. Okay, last outer zone, there's a little bit of discrepancy there. Would have been a much higher run if not for that, but an 82 for Jesse Foote. I believe that makes this his best qualifying in SPEC-D yet. So way to go there to the Rev Performance 240. Oh, I guess it's still a 180 SX. Silver suspension and driver of Jesse Foote. Fantastic job. And I mean, that car looks great. Loving the, I guess, orange to slightly more orange fade. Yeah, checks out. As here we go, Chris Coots, the Force Hotshot 9-round kickboxing wheel clinic, Camel Racing 831. Oh, just about takes out that touch and go clone, does not. Devotion Tire will be pumped about that one, as they are to take your changeovers for the whole weekend. As Chris Coots doing a good job here. And another driver stepping it up on their second run. I'm going to even get involved. Good job, Chris. Steely Cold, no remotion. Robot driver of Mr. Chris Coots. Scores getting moved across here for Chris Coots. Like to give a shout out to all of our track staff out there. We see you sweating, hopefully drinking some waters. It is a scorcher here today. So it's going to be a 66 for Chris Coots, a 66 for Chris Coots. Jesse Foote would like to remind you that he is the SPEC-D meme lord. It's a pretty coveted title in competition with himself. Maybe, hey, you know what? Hey, Travis at home, if you're watching. You're at home. And we're here in BC. And we miss you. Of course we miss you. Jeremy misses you. As here we go, Cameron Stupar coming into the course here. Good initiation for him. Trying to keep it where the rubber meets the road. Has to jump on the handbrake, take a little bit of speed out of that vehicle. Now lining up that inside clip as he comes around the latter part of the course. A little bit of slowdown there, takes the clip out for good measure. Flicking it back on the transition. And across the line, you can hear him. A little bit of a struggle bus across the line, but Cameron Stupar gets it done, and that's going to be a score on the board, saving his weekend in a big way. Make some noise for Cameron Stupar. Second year behind the wheel there, that Proform Auto. He's pumped. You can see the fist pump in the cabin. We like it when Cam's happy. As, yeah, checking it out on the replay. A really good run here. All right, it's going to be a score of 6-0 for car number 42, Cameron Stupar. That's going to be a 60-6-0 for car number 42 of Cameron Stupar. Good job, buddy. One of the notes that I'm overhearing from the judges is quite a bit of bobbles through that run. So, Cam, if your spotter's in the tower, maybe you can consider cleaning up the run a little bit. But you're in the show, buddy. That's important. You survived till Saturday. As here we go, Gaston Morrison coming in next. Flicking it in that LS S13. Huge angle there for Gaston Morrison. He is now filling that outside zone perfect. Huge clutch kick there as he's going out wide. Has to take at the dirt line just a little bit. Take some angle out of the vehicle and check it up to move across that inside clip. Not the ideal line here for Gaston Morrison, but he's going to try to finish out the course nice and strong here. Yeah, right across the line there for Gaston Morrison. Not too shabby. Man, if he would have had all of that in one go, that might have been contention for top qualifying. As we take a look at the Lucas Oil Products instant replay, yeah, he filled that outside zone perfectly. A little bit wide on that touch and go. And then you can see from that touch and go area here, the car kind of floats out wide and, yeah, just picks up a bit of dirt and snaps the car straight and rolls straight for a majority past that inside clip. But does reinitiate drift and finish out pretty strong for Gaston Morrison. So, user, is the first outer zone just for show? The first outer zone is essentially the rumble strips that you see right in front of the judges' stands. It's going to be a 55 for Gaston Morrison. Not the first pair of pylons that they drive through the course. That just has an initiation line in the middle of the track. The first outer zone is technically the rumble strips and the two clipping pylons right in front of the judges' stands. You'll see it on the replay. I'll see if I can point that out for you as the information flowing fast and heavy up here. Got a lot to keep up with. As the 881 crew of Ophir Braun Titan Fabrications helping out with this BMW JZ powered 846. Here I'm picking up that throttle, working that pedal. Coming out of that touch and go across that inside clip. Huge degree of angle there. Man, the car is looking really good this year. Definitely up in that style performance points. And nice across the line. He's definitely up in his qualifying points with that one. Huge run there for Ophir Braun. Going to be a 66 for Ophir Braun. A 66 for Ophir Braun. Execute qualifying score 66. Few drivers have. As we slip in the unnoticed Star Wars reference. Even got by Jeremy. An avid user of the Force. As is Pat Fontaine, I'm told, as he comes into the course here. That Drift Easy E46 ripping. Trying to stay in that first outside zone for the duration of it there. Checking up nicely for that touch and go. As he comes across the inside clip. Huge angle on the transition here for Pat Fontaine. Now this is where it went wrong from last time. But doesn't look like it will there, as that's a nice clean run there for Pat Fontaine. Hey, far side in the stands, if you guys can hear me, just give me a wave down there. I can see you guys in the close stands. You can hear me in the far stands there? Here, wait, what if I just stepped out of the tent? Hey, can you guys hear me? Give me a wave. Hi. All right. Just want to include everybody. You guys can have a wave too. Hi. Hello. Are you having fun? Excellent. Thumbs up. You guys having fun over there? I can kind of see some thumbs up. One guy give me the thumbs up. Thank you. Don't leave me hanging. Nice. It's going to be a 69 for Pat Fontaine. 69 for Patrick Fontaine. All right, here comes Cody Heary. Looking good on his first qualifying run. Looking to better it here. You hear those Velino tires sliding into action there as he jumps on that e-brake. Passing that first touch and go here. Really nice keeping that inside clip standing. We like to see that. There's the pops and bangs of the JZ war whistle. Oof. Nice echo off that last one. And a good run there for Mr. Cody Heary of the Drift Amigos. Fortune Auto Coilovers and Velino Tires helping out with that vehicle. Nice. It's going to be another 69 handed out here for Cody Heary, as I read two names on the sheet here and almost, mashed up a very unfortunate name, but I'm glad I saved myself, and I'll save you from that. This is not nice. Few more drivers to go here as Zendara Kennedy makes her way back out on course. Sitting on a really good first qualifying run. Would like to better it here. Coming in with a full side of steam there is Zendara Kennedy. Maybe leaving that zone just a little bit too early, though. It has to check up further down the course. That kind of sends her into the dirt and late into that touch and go. Now across that inside clip. Great degree of angle there. Velino Tires 350Z. And across the line for Zendara Kennedy. Make some noise for her. All right, just to remind you guys that the top 16 competition happens tomorrow with gates opening to the public at 11 a.m. Tickets are still available at the gates here at Mission Raceway Park. So if you want to, maybe if you're watching on the stream and you want to come on down tomorrow, well, let me personally invite you out. It's going to be a lot of fun as Zendara Kennedy gets a 64 on her second run. Does not better her first run, but hey, she's still sitting pretty in competition for next round. Oh, I guess that's next day. It's a really weird thing, taking what's usually a 3 to 4 round series and compressing it into a weekend. Because right now we're kind of at the first day back at school thing, vibe, if you will. It's really nice to be back with some of my SPEC-D co-workers, and just love being out here talking drifting with you guys. Of course, love you guys, the fans in the house. Love you guys online. Love the Valley Tech production crew for putting on this awesome stream, allowing us to bring it to you online. Love Mission Raceway Park for hosting us. And, well, if you know me, you know that I got a lot of love for Grant Smith and that KA24 Turbo. He's sitting on the line next. He is sitting on a 0 in that first run. And I know he would like to find his way into competition tomorrow. So he's really going to have to pull it out of the bag here. Needs this best run of the day right now. If Grant Smith is to advance on to see top 16 competition tomorrow. Certified Autosound and Security presents to you the Valley Tuck Productions live stream of the SPEC-D PROSPEC Shootout, powered by JB's Power Center, Zestino Tires Canada, Pulse RV, Devotion Tire, and 403 Street Driven Media. So we do a little bit of house cleaning just outside of the outside zone 1 into touch and go 1. Live drone provided by, of course, InformalArt. Doing an awesome job there in the Valley Tech production group. Here we go, getting some wind up in the mix now. Instant Replay sponsored by Lucas Oil Products. Oh man, they're already starting the trials and tribulations of working out some of the tiebreakers here in our qualifying scores. But right now, nice. You can probably guess what was told to me. Right now, it's Aaron Day in the lead with a 94, sitting in pretty good position for tomorrow's competition. Adam Swanky, where are you in the house, buddy? I want my yeet yeet. Just seeing the other comments of here. LB DJ is spinning the beats here and in the house here. Keeping it funky. Keeping me energized. Judges, keeping you guys energized? You guys ready? Ready as we'll ever be. All right, so all to play for here for Grant Smith. Needs to put a score together to advance into the top 16 battles tomorrow. As here we go, KA24 under the hood. Turbocharged, helping to propel. Huge snap initiation here for Grant Smith. Trying to fill out that outside zone. Comes off a little bit early, and oh man, it goes from good to bad to worse, unfortunately, here for Grant Smith, as he is going to snap it out of drift, and that's going to be all she wrote for Grant Smith. Aw, man. That is one of your BC hometown heroes here. Unfortunately, will not see competition in tomorrow's top 16, as that is going to be a double goose egg for Grant Smith. SPEC-D's rigged against KA's. That's it. I got the proof. If you're in the house and you want to check out some SPEC-D merch, make sure to come over to the SPEC-D HQ. Got some sweet hoodies and hats available there as Jesse Joe Curtis now lining up on course. That odd man, and Jesse Joe Curtis now exiting the course. Just as I say that. Still resting on an 81, so no harm, no foul. Maybe just a cool skid show for you. Make some noise for Jesse Joe Curtis. So show of hands in the crowds there. Who's got a gnarly sunburn? Anybody got a gnarly sunburn yet? You got one. I can see it glowing from here, sir. We'll have to compare tomorrow to see if it gets more intense. We're definitely missing our Human Torch, Mr. Travis Houstra, SPEC-D's most sunburnt member. Hopefully not getting a sunburn at home, buddy. I'd like to say hi to Emily, the boss. As here we go. Triple two. Sean Miller really swinging for the fences here. Sean Miller filling that touch and go really beautifully here. Great degree of angle, great degree of speed coming through the course here as he flicks it past that inside clip. Now swinging for the fences, that last outside zone. Is he going to pull it around the line here? Really nice. Yes, he does. Put your hands together for Sean Miller. All killer, no filler for Sean Miller. A ripper of a run. I actually get all my lines from Chad Sager. It's true. Sean Miller, score of 91. A 91 for car 222. All right, next driver online here. This is Cody Mollett. Let's see if he can get it sorted here for the second run. Oh boy, a little bit of an understeer entry, and ooh, that did not sound good. As the whole underside of that Nissan Skyline is treated to a free gravel trap run. Oh man, as Cody Mollett now trying to finish out the course, but it's going to be pretty much in vain here as the judges have lost interest in that one. That is not a scoreable run for Cody Mollett, unfortunately there for him. And that is going to be a 0-0 for Cody Mollett in that pivot point R32 Skyline. Got the SPEC-D crew hanging out, sweeping off the curly crew. Are they curling or are they curly? Maybe a little bit of both. I'm getting a head shake there. I don't like it. Ah, spoof, he says. We appreciate you. Thank you. Pull your pants up, young man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have one run left of qualifying here tonight, and those honors are going to go to the Drift Easy's Justin Burrow. Show of hands in the building. I know I asked before, but I got to ask again. Who's coming back tomorrow? Did we sell you on that? Yep. Over there, far side, you guys coming back? Yeah, pink shirt is. Pink shirt's hyped. He give a wave. As here we go, Justin Burrow. Huge initiation in that drift easy. E36 coming for that outside. Touch and go. A little bit off of it. Good pace, good momentum here so far for Justin Burrow. Wrapping around that first inside clip. Huge flick left to right. E36 dances on that outside edge. Justin Burrow really putting it together here. Put your hands together from big angle across the line. And I think that's going to be safe to say a scoreable run there for Justin Burrow. He's best, bro. He is. As judges are finishing tabulating the score, it's going to be a 57 for Justin Burrow, a 57 for car number 506. And that is a wrap for the SPEC-D PROSPEC qualifying. The main event is tomorrow. Gates open at 11 a.m. Tickets are still available at the gate here at Mission Raceway Park. Would like to thank you for joining myself, SPEC-D TK, LB DJs on the ones and two, Valley Tech production crew bringing you the stream, sponsored by Certified Autosound and Security, made better, of course, by the InformalArt drones. Would like to thank all of our series sponsors, JB's Power Center, Zestino Tires Canada, Pulse RV, 403 Street Driven, and of course, mostly and importantly, Mr. Matt at Devotion Tire doing changeovers for the entirety of the weekend. So one more time, if you're a driver hanging out with us on the stream or maybe just watching in the house here and you want your chance to come run the course, run the doors with some of the pros, they can be your bro at the end of the day, come check out the SPEC-D Bro Down on Sunday. But hey, that's dessert. You got to make sure you have your dinner first, and dinner tomorrow is served at 11 o'clock. As the SPEC-D PROSPEC Top 16 Shootout will grace the raceway here at Mission Park Raceway. So once again, before we shut it down, just like to thank all of our series partners and stream partners, and would like to thank you, the fans, for making SPEC-D a part of your plans today, Friday, and hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
Taking care of your car is a responsibility. It ensures the long life of your car and its expensive components. That's why Lucas Oil takes automotive protection so seriously. Lucas heavy-duty oil stabilizer bonds with motor oil to shield engines from heat and wear. So take pride in caring for your car and pass that pride and knowledge to the next generation for years of smooth, reliable driving on the long road ahead. Trust Lucas Oil. It works.
Across the country, tougher measures are coming into force as communities face the growing threat of the pandemic. And BC and Alberta have declared a public health emergency. In Ontario and Alberta, gatherings of more than 50 people are banned. In Ontario, restaurants and bars have been told to shut down.